Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Wednesday Millionaire Roundtable. Half an hour of power. Hey, we've got some incredible new people that I'd like to say hello to. Welcome to our newbies. Welcome to our newbies. So we've got people from Geelong, Victoria, people from the US, from the UK that have joined us this week. I'm Suzana Mihajlovic. Lovely to meet you all. And every Wednesday, Australian Eastern Standard Time, so it might be Tuesday evening for you if you are in the UK or USA, I jump on board and just give you up to 30 minutes of some suggestions, some advice, some ideas that have helped me build an successful international mindset success coaching company with clients from all over the world, and some ideas that I've put in place for myself to replace my annual income from when I was working in a job into a monthly income. So these are either ideas that I have learnt and have learnt from other people, but also ideas and concepts that I've learnt by making the quantum leaps myself. So they haven't necessarily been taught by anyone. It's just my experience and what has helped me go from where I was, only 4 short years ago to where I am now. And I shared my story last Wednesday in the Millionaire Roundtable, where I was dreaming about, I was in middle to senior management for most of my career in the helping professions after having studied psychology and counselling at university. I found myself in the helping professions in middle to senior roles. And towards the end of my career, before I left, I was earning a 6-figure package in the role that I was in for an incredible organisation. And my dream was always to have an international company where I help people all over the world to achieve their greatest dreams and greatest things that they want in their soul, in their spirit. And it was also to replace my annual income to a monthly income. So if you want to hear more about my story, please watch last week's Wednesday Millionaire Roundtable. I'm sure you would relate to some of, my own experiences on my journey. And that's the reason why I shared my story, because if I can do it, you can absolutely do it too. So today we are talking about mental money. So Wednesday Millionaire Roundtable is just about money. And you've all joined the Millionaire Roundtable Facebook group for a reason. So and the reason usually is that you want more, that you want to achieve a big goal, that you want financial freedom, time and money freedom. You might want to be paying off your mortgage sooner. You might want to just understand money, or you might be an individual that already has some success and wants to make that quantum leap. I have some clients that are already earning their 7 figures and they want to get to the 8 or 9 figure. So wherever you are, and for whatever reason you're here, I am sure that these Wednesday Millionaire Roundtable sessions will help you when it comes to money. The Millionaire Roundtable Facebook group, as you know, is not just about money. It's about helping you design and live and experience the business and life that you have only dreamt of and you've kept in your heart for so long, not knowing how you can achieve it. So there is so much more. And whether you're here just for money, whether you're here to expand, whether you're in this group to develop and break through the barriers that you have in finances or any area of your life, if it's relationships, business, health, wealth, whatever it is, this is the place for you. And if you are one of those people, which I'm sure you are, because that's why you're here, we also have my 7-day Your Opulent Self Masterclass starting next Monday, which means next Wednesday we won't have the Millionaire Roundtable. We will be running Your Opulent Self. And for anyone that has joined me on my Your Opulent Self Masterclass, I put hands down, I I give you the most value that you'd ever receive in any free masterclass. Over and over again, I hear my participants say that they never believe that they can transform in just 7 days until they did Your Opulent Self. So Your Opulent Self can be about wealth if you want it to be. It can be about you improving your relationships or improving your life in general. So if you haven't registered, make sure you register. I'll get my beautiful, incredible Jo, who is an incredible and integral member of the Your Two Minds team and Your Two Minds community, to put the link to Your Opulent Self now into the comments below. If you register, you get a workbook, you get me for 7 days, incredible information, and you get one of my dedicated success advisors working with you. You get a 15-minute goal setting call, strategy sessions, support along the way for the 7 days that we are together. So register. You will not believe where you can be in just 7 days. So let's talk about money. Mental money is the topic today. I have been studying and restudying one of my favorite books, You Were Born Rich. This is a gift to me from my incredible mentor and friend, Bob Proctor. It is Bob Proctor's book. You may have read it, and if you have, we're going to go deeper. If you haven't, I really encourage you to read it. If you want a copy, one person that has watched this today will receive a copy. So just let me know some feedback, some comments, what stood out for you, what it is that you want to change in the comments below, and let me know that you have registered for Your Opulent Self, and I will ensure that you get a copy of You Were Born Rich. Okay, so remember, it is an absolute law of your being, of science, of the universe, that you must have something mentally before you will ever have it physically. Okay, so in the past couple of sessions, I spoke about worrying about money. I think it was in the last Wednesday, I spoke about worrying about money, and I told you my story of, what changed my perception, what changed me from worry to focus, from worry to abundance. If you're worried about money, then you'll never have money. If you worry, that is what is going to manifest for you. So worry is an absolute waste of time, and it is hugely detrimental. Isn't it interesting that, so many people are worried about money, but what they don't realize is the worry is bringing them less. It's a lack mentality, okay? So it is an absolute law of your being that you must have something mentally in your mind before you'll ever have it physically. Okay, what does that mean? So I spoke about the money consciousness. Okay, so money consciousness is abundance, is focus on the abundance that you already have. Okay, so we think in images. Your beautiful mind can bring you to anything that you ever wanted. Okay, and this is why I studied psychology and counseling, because I so wanted to help so many people change their mind, change their brain. Okay, this is not just something that I have made up or that Bob has made up. Okay, there is science behind this. Okay, so your mind thinks in images. So when you think of something, an image pops up in your mind. What pops up in your mind when you think about money? And what's the feeling associated with that? Is it fear? Is it discomfort? Is it, oh my God, how am I going to pay those bills? What comes up? What image? Is it you being wealthy, or is it you struggling? What is the image that comes up? You might want to write that down, because that image is the secret, is the key to your abundance. It's the key to why why you're currently manifesting, or why you are living in lack. You're manifesting anyway, whether you are living in lack or in abundance. Okay. The other thing that you need to know about your beautiful self and your beautiful mind is that you are talking to yourself. You are talking to yourself mentally every single second of the day. So you're thinking in images and you're talking to yourself. Okay. So what are you telling yourself about money? What is the mind, when nobody hears you, when you're in bed at night, when you're going through the day and you see something beautiful that you would love to have, what is the talk that you say to yourself? Notice that, because that is another clue. Okay. Notice that. Do you say, oh my God, that is a beautiful top, but unfortunately, I can't have it. I've told my story before where I've always loved beautiful things. And I was telling my mentor actually a week ago, one of my beautiful mentors and dear friends, because he said, wow, I love, how you appreciate quality, how you appreciate beautiful things. Where did that come from? And I said to him, it was actually one of my first and finest memories. Even as a child, I would just love beautiful things. And I remember my mother, when I was a teenager, saying, almost scolding me, saying, you can't have expensive things. Who do you think you are to have designer things? And that was just because of her scarcity and where she came from. It's not, I've got the most incredible parents. So that left an impression on me that it connected to some guilt or, impression on me that the beautiful things are difficult to have, even though my soul knew and appreciated them and loved them. And I always loved Chanel, but I would never, ever dare to walk into a Chanel store. I would be so intimidated. And it wasn't until I not only appreciated and loved it, but I felt like I was worthy of it. So I changed my image and I changed the self-talk. And lo and behold, I received 2 messages from my Chanel stylist, one yesterday and one the day before. Okay, so now they're chasing me, right? And giving me updates of what's happening and when I need to come in and some special things that they've got for me. But that all happened. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because money is mental first. Okay, I changed my mental idea about money. I changed my self-image of what I was worth. Right? I changed the image in my mind. So when I would see beautiful things and love them, I would say, yes, that is for me. I have so much. I enjoy these beautiful products. They are mine. I love them. Thank you to the person that has created them, that has put love into this product that I and so many others can enjoy. Okay, so that went from, my self-talk, my mental image of money, of what I was worth, changed from, oh my God, that's right, it's hard work, I can never have it, maybe just special people that are different from me can have it, to I love it, I appreciate it, I appreciate the quality, I appreciate the people that have put love into creating this, and yes, I feel wonderful when I'm wearing it, and it is for me. Okay, so do you see the change? So for you, whether it's fashion, whether it's a beautiful car, whether it's a beautiful home, whether it's a beautiful relationship, any of those things, whether it's just paying off your mortgage and having enough to have the life that you want. Okay, so we all want something different, but use my example to apply it in your own life. Okay, so what are you telling yourself about money? Because that's going to leave clues as to whether you're going to have more, open up to more, manifest more. It's going to leave clues, clues about, opening up. Okay, and clues about what you need to change. So some of the things that you can tell yourself, remember, one of the things that I have said over and over again in the Wednesday Millionaire Roundtable is, never allow money to be your master. It's not designed to be your master, okay? You are the master, money is servant. So one of the things that you can say to yourself is, I love money and money loves me. I am the master of money. Money is my servant, okay? So you don't need money. Money needs you. Without you, money could not fulfill its purpose, right? Okay? Because money is meant to serve you. If you are worried about money, if you feel like there's not enough, if you are lack focused, then money has become your master. And we have all been there, right? Every single one of us, including me, has been there where, where it's like, oh my God, fear, paycheck to paycheck. Okay. That is not helping you. That is not helping you manifest the money that you want. So I love money and money loves me. Money is my servant. I am the master of money. I love and appreciate these beautiful things, this beautiful top, this beautiful car. And I love the feeling of seeing myself in there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gratitude, being grateful for the people that have put love into the products, into the holidays, into creating the experience for you, whether that be, fashion, whether that be a 5-star holiday, okay, being grateful for people putting the love to have designed the resorts, to have created something that you can enjoy, whether that be your beautiful home. Being grateful for your mortgage. How many people out there would love to have a mortgage? Being grateful for what you've got. Okay, so you are changing your image, you are changing your self-talk, you are being vigilant and hearing and listening to what you're saying to yourself, because no thought, no message that you're telling yourself goes unheard. You think you might be thinking and talking to yourself in silence, okay? But it's never really in silence, because it is a vibration. Thoughts are vibrations. Talk, self-talk, your word is your wand, okay? Self-talk is a vibration, and that is aligning with the exact thing that you're telling yourself. So you must change it. So mental money is consciousness. You never have money first before you have a wealthy consciousness. You must have a wealthy mindset, a wealthy consciousness before the money comes. Full stop. That is law. That is nature. Okay? Now, you will never see the greatest part of you. You'll never see the most powerful part of you. And that's why sometimes personal development, personal growth is difficult for people, because we are so focused. What are we so focused to or what are we, okay, let me rephrase that. What are we so conditioned to focus on? What is the things, what are we conditioned to focus on? We are conditioned to focus on things, on the physical. Okay, but the physical, so 5 senses, what we see, hear, taste, smell, touch. And as a result of that, we put labels on ourselves that are not necessarily true. And those labels will dictate how much you have or how little you have. So, for example, a great example of this is the report card syndrome. What's the report card syndrome? So we all went to school once upon a time, okay? And we defined our level of intelligence. We defined what we are capable of achieving. We sometimes have defined our self-worth based on the mark that we had on the test, on the exam. Okay. Now, if we had a bad day, something was going on at home or at school, or we may have been tired, and therefore we ended up achieving test results that are lower than what we had liked, that may have been disappointing. We put the label on ourselves that we are a C, or we are a D, or we are not capable, or we can't do maths, or we can't do English, or we're not good enough. And our schooling education system does that, and then our family, our peers, and ourselves too. So the sad thing is that we start to really believe that label, the report card syndrome, that we are only a C, a D, an E, an F, or whatever it is, right? And we start to carry that, and we go through life thinking that we are that level. So we've put a label on ourselves, and that is not necessarily true. And the craziest thing about that is that we tend to, most adults, live their life based on the assumption that they have okay, based on the assumption that they have interpreted as a result of a test that they had when they were a child. Okay, now you may have had a bad day that day. You may have been a little bit tired. You may have lost focus. Or you may just not enjoy maths or English. Everyone is different. So you have labeled your life and what you can achieve and what you can have as a result of something that happened to you years and years and years ago that really does not define what you want or what you are capable of. Okay? And often, as a result of those experiences, you are placing that idea on money. You are placing that idea of what you can or cannot have as an adult now, as a mother, as a father, as a professional, as a businesswoman, as a businessman. So you are living your life in the past. You are still carrying the assumptions that you have, you believed were true about you, which are not true about you. And you've placed all of your ideas about what you can achieve on the physical. Okay, what you haven't been, or what you may have not been taught, most of us haven't been taught, okay, about this, unless you do study psychology, counseling, unless you do personal growth and development, unless you get yourself an incredible coach or mentor to help you. So what we aren't taught is that the test results that we have are absolutely nothing to do with our potential. We are so conditioned to just focus on the physical, the five senses, what is here now, what we can see, what we can smell, taste, touch, hear, okay? And what we haven't been taught, what you may not have been taught, is that you are not just physical. You function on three distinct planes of understanding. One of those is the physical, okay? One of those is the physical. The second one is the intellectual, and the third one is the spiritual, okay? That is the absolute truth about who you are. Now, the physical is your lowest level of potential. So it's interesting that less than 1% of your power, of who you are, of the infinite genius that you have inside you, less than 1% of that is the physical. Yet we are conditioned to focus 100% on the physical. Isn't that crazy? So less than 1% of you is physical. Less than 1% of your potential lies in your physical, in the five senses, in the test results, in what you've experienced, okay? Right? Less than 1%. Yet 100% of our focus tends to be on the physical, how much money we've got, the test result that we had, the past relationships, okay? So we have to change that. We have to understand that we are physical beings, okay? Intellectual, so the physical part of you is the lowest potential. Your intellectual part, your thinking part, okay, the conscious mind. You've got a conscious and subconscious mind. That is your middle potential. That's where you think. But we have not taught how to think properly, right? We've just based our thinking on our past results, on our past experiences, and then we're bringing that to our current situation, whether it be money, whether it be relationships, whether it be intelligence, whether it be what we think we can achieve. Okay, so we bring that to the present, and then the present dictates our future. So we must learn how to use our intellect. And then the third part of you is the spiritual, it's the energetic, and that's where your highest potential lies. That's where your infinite potential lies. Okay, so we must remember money is a servant, I am the master. So we must change our intellectual way of thinking and also tap into our highest potential, which is the spiritual. Okay. So let's go a little bit deeper, okay? So we must start with the spiritual. We must start with the thought that what we want. So the thought may be that I am wealthy, I am prosperity, I have abundance of wealth, I am a millionaire. That thought will then influence ideas. Your idea is the intellect, it's the intellectual. So once you start to open up your consciousness and you start to have money mentally first, that opens up your intellect to new ideas. Okay, it opens up your intuition to the knowing what the next step is. So new ideas might be, something that you've never thought of before. Oh, that person, I know that person. Maybe I can go into partnership with them. Oh, well, maybe I can invest in this way. Oh, okay, I need to get a loan. Oh, yes, maybe that's the way that I can get my loan. Whatever it is, okay? So it starts with the spiritual. What do I want? What is my money consciousness? Am I living from abundance? Am I believing that there is more? Am I believing that I'm worthy? What is my money consciousness? Then that leads to newer ideas. And those ideas will then lead to the physical, will then lead to having more money in your bank account, to paying off your mortgage with ease and flow. Okay, spiritual, okay, intellectual, and then physical. We've got it the opposite way around, the wrong way around. We look at the physical first, our 5 senses. Oh, there's not enough money in the bank. Oh my God, how am I going to pay this mortgage off? How am I going to make ends meet? And if you're focused on that, if you're focused on the physical, so what's going to happen? Your spiritual, your thoughts, your ideas will lead more to that physical. So you need to flip it over. You need to develop your money consciousness first. That's going to bring you higher forms, higher ideas, and those ideas will then lead to the physical, will then lead to your abundance, to having 1 million, 100,000, 1 million, paying off your mortgage, having that house, having that relationship, whatever it is. Always, 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 okay, the quality of your thoughts, your mental money, number one, your mental consciousness, your millionaire consciousness first. Then the ideas will come, and then the physical will represent itself. And that is the best way to manifest whatever it is that you want. Thank you so much. I'm Suzana. As I mentioned, if you have any questions, please reach out. Write them in the comment box. We are always here to help. If you haven't registered for Your Opulent Self, honestly, you are missing out. And I've said this to many people, and they've trusted me, they've jumped on board, and then they come back after the 7 days and they're like, oh my God, I did not believe that so much can happen for me in 7 days. So jump on board. My team are here to help you. I am here to help you. We are generous. We want you to win. We want you to have the beautiful home, the beautiful house, the beautiful relationship, whatever it is for you, whatever opulence means for you. We want to help you create it. Thank you so much. I look forward to seeing you all on Monday at 12 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And if you are in UK and Europe and it is 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, we had 2 beautiful participants and clients of Your Two Minds join us every single day at the last Your Opulent Self that I ran. One woke up at 3 a.m. every single morning, and the other woke up at 4 a.m. every single morning, because they were getting so much value out of Your Opulent Self. So wherever you are, jump on board, because it is going to be worth you and the life that you want to create. Thank you so much. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.